happy Friday. It seems like I haven't talked to you in forever. I apologize for not getting back to you guys an announcement earlier this week. It was so hectic. But I had a great time accepting the award for the MSJC Academy from the Chancellor's office. That was a great experience. And getting to meet with some other faculty members from other colleges and network, that was awesome as well. I've posted grades for all of your assignments through, I believe, tutorial 4. You guys are doing some great work. The videos that you made as a with the extension on the blog for tutorial 3 were great. I think overall you guys did a really good job. And I just wanted to reiterate again that the reason I have you do these kind of assignments is because I want to kind of push you outside of your comfort zone. I want you guys to understand that you can be successful using these kind of tools and do things that you think you can't do. And the reason I, again, integrate many of these different types of technologies is so that you can be comfortable with the fact of just being thrown into using a new technology and know that you can do it. So I don't do it so that you will be frustrated and have to spend hours doing these silly assignments that you feel don't add value. They really should add value, and that's my goal, is that they add value to your learning experience. So hopefully you guys are seeing that and you're taking that to heart. I love the fact that some people use videos in their Blogster posters, even though I didn't tell you had to. So to me, that says that you guys are building on these technology skills and getting a little bit more comfortable with them, and that's exciting for me. The blog for this week asked you to do some reflective writing. It asked you to look at what your hurdles are in being successful in the online class and just provide some information about the class overall, that kind of stuff. And then you're going to be creating a word cloud. And word clouds are a great visual representation of writing. So you don't need to read everybody's Word documents that they attach. Just look at their word clouds and maybe make some comments on what the word clouds say to you. If you understand a little bit about how word clouds work, what it does is it takes the words that are used multiple times in your document, and the more times it's used, the larger the word becomes in the cloud. So if the word assignments is really big in your word cloud, that means that you use the word assignments multiple times in your writing. So you should be able to get a kind of overview idea of what the writing is about just by looking at the word cloud and without actually even reading the writing. So that's my goal there with introducing you to the word cloud technologies. It's a fun way, again, to visualize your writing. And I wanted to remind you guys, the midterm is coming up next week, so be prepared for that. It's going to be 10 questions per tutorial, including the Getting Started with Office tutorial that we did at the very beginning of the course. There's different kinds of questions. There's multiple choice, true and false, fill in the blank, I don't know, all those kinds of questions on the midterm. You can use your textbook. There's no time limit. Just make sure that if you are going through the exam and you're taking time to look up every question, again, that's okay with me because I really believe that it's important that you understand how to find information, not just memorize information. So if you're taking the time to look up the answers, fine, that's okay. But make sure that you're hitting the save answer button throughout the midterm so that your exam doesn't time out and then you have to restart the exam. You do have 2 opportunities with the midterm. However, I will only take the last score that's submitted, not the higher of the 2. And you'll have different questions on each attempt. So taking it a second time may not be beneficial to you, and if you experience a technical difficulty on the second round, then you potentially could get a worse score than you did on your first go round. So again, I would recommend that if you get a decent score on your first attempt, don't try and take it again. If you run into a technical difficulty on your first attempt, take the second attempt. That's what it's there for. That is the primary reason that I allow 2 attempts, is so that if you experience technical difficulties on the first attempt, you don't have to contact me to get your exam reset to be able to take it again. Well, I think that's all I had to say right now. It's a lot of information, probably the longest video announcement I've done for you guys yet, but again, I was feeling like I haven't talked to you in a long time. So I just want to remind you, of course, as always, if you need to contact me, you want to talk with me, you have questions about the assignments, questions about how to use the additional technology, any of that kind of stuff, please send me an email. I'm happy to schedule a meeting with you. We can do it online, we can do it by phone. I can actually physically meet you. Whatever you guys need to be successful in this class, I want to make sure that you're getting. So have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week.